They say every town has a story, something seen but never explained. At Pinson Valley High School, these stories aren't just told, they're built. For a film inspired by urban legends, students brought the Mothman to life, one piece at a time.
The Special Effects Academy is one of our signature academies here at Jefferson County, and we make practical effects. So makeup, prosthetics, prop making, mask making, creature suits, costuming. So the practical effect needs, the physical needs for film, television, and theater. It started out of a natural request of our students. Years ago in 2010, we started as a community fundraiser, a haunted house called Insanitarium Haunted Attraction, which is still in operation. But our students wanted to be involved, so they wanted to do makeup and prop making and mask making, costuming, and they were so interested that they wanted to do that as side sculpture projects. And the interest was so great that I requested that we try it as an actual class, a sculpture-based class. And that was in 2015. And we just haven't stopped since, and we've continued to grow. So now it's not just Pinson students, but it's also other students within Jefferson County District.
I was doing things like this before I even made it to Pinson Valley High School. So now being here, Mr. Screw's showing me the actual professional way to do it and the professional tools to use. It's interesting.
The biggest skill they're learning is problem solving. Of course, we are drawing and painting and sculpting and making things for film and television and theater, but the real skill they're learning is problem solving.
I'm definitely better at trying to do things, because a lot of times in special effects you get something you have to do. It doesn't really seem like something you can do because it's just such an outrageous idea, but you got to fiddle around, you got to figure things out, and eventually you're gonna figure something out. It'll work. Where there's a will, there's a way, and my first name's William.
Teamwork is the biggest thing in that class. Talking to your classmates, talking to Mr. Screws, it's really the biggest thing you have to do.
In our class, we have to make things function before they look good. So we do more construction and engineering than we even do with the art side of things, because that problem solving is not just how does it look, but it's how does it function. So right now we're in production for our films, and the films were written by students at Pinson Valley High School under the theme of urban legends. So we received the initial pitch from the students about this is what I want in my film, and then my students came up with drawings and designs of what the creatures could look like, and then the film class came back, made notes about things they liked, things they didn't like, and then we went from there with their notes and started going into production of the creatures themselves. And then we've been getting additional feedback from the filmmakers, from the writers, about is this meeting their vision, or if it's not, what kind of adjustments do we need to make? Our classroom does not look like a regular art classroom. We do have a dedicated workshop space where we are using hand tools and power tools to build and construct the structures of our suits and creatures, so that then we can go upon that with more soft goods, and then eventually we get to the skinning with fabrics, and then eventually to paints. So yes, there's a dedicated workshop and as well as the proper art space too.
I mean, we don't do anything like what we'd be doing in any other classes. I want to be making stuff, whether that be with clothing or architecture. I want to be making stuff, and that's why I think this class has been helpful in a lot of regards in that way, because I'm constantly making things and figuring out how to make things out of things I shouldn't be able to make stuff out of.
Even if they don't want to go into the film industry, the problem solving skills and the soft skills of collaborating, working together, that's transferable to any industry whatsoever. But if they want to stay within the realm that's related to special effects, they could go into puppeteering. Theater and film have a lot of crossover, so if they want to work practically with a theater group, they can do that. They can do moulage makeup. So moulage makeup is injury makeup that's used for first responders for training purposes. The skills they have now from this class absolutely are completely transferable in other industries. First of all, our special effects program is incredibly unique. As of this moment, there are only 3 FX high school programs happening right now, and the other 2 are in California. So we're an incredibly unique place to be. So if a student is interested in makeup effects or prop making for film, television, or theater, we're the only place that's doing that as a curriculum. As a teacher, when a student doesn't know they can do something, and then it happens and they figure it out over time and just trials of like, is this gonna work, is it not? And then when it does work, that's amazing.
You're not gonna do anything like this in high school unless you do this.